So much for working outside. Sure does feel nice outside though, man. Well, since it's raining, let's go work on the old LS. Well, I got some of it pulled out of here. We're going to throw the cam in. I can't remember what kind of cam this is. I'm going to have to look back and I'll type it all in on the description if you want to know what cam this is, because I don't even remember. I think it's a stage 2 cam. I don't remember what brand. We're going to get that put in today. But I noticed, I swore I bought a complete gasket kit, and I have every gasket in this cheap Amazon, no, was it Amazon? Cheap eBay gasket kit. All right. And the only thing I'm missing is I don't have this rubber gasket here, and I don't have this. And I don't have the seal here. I want to change that too. So that's not good. So I'll have to get on eBay again and see if I can order those two things. That's the only thing I'm missing. So this is your front cover for your cam. We're going to go ahead and install the cam, and I'm just going to go ahead and screw that back in there just so the cam doesn't fall out, because I want to start getting the cam in. I want to get the crank in, put the main bearings in. Then we can start doing the rod bearings. We need to get all of our pistons in. I got the rings on one piston already started just to see how it did, and they went on awesome. So we got to put the rings on the old pistons, if you know what I'm trying to tell you. Oh, shit. I mean, shoot. Somebody just left this grinder right on the ground, just laying there. Telling you what, these guys that work in this shop are about freaking lazy about putting tools up. Well, they did do a good job over there. I haven't seen that workbench in forever. All right, let me get you guys set up, and I'll see you in a minute, and we'll start, putting that cam in. That don't look right. No, you guys are sick-minded. I'm talking about the cam. See? Look at the cam. See? Yeah. Let's get it put in. Yeah. All right. Dug around into a lot of my old looby doobies. Found some of my engine lube. That's probably 20, 30 years old now. No, it ain't 30 years old. I'd say 15 or 20 years old. That's probably the last time I built the motor was 15 years ago, I guess. Yeah, I guess 15 years. It's been a while. So, we're going to use this to lube up the old cam. I probably better get some gloves on because it's going to get nasty. Okay. Woo-wee, look at that pretty baby. Was that instructions? What was that? Something fell out of the package. It says, thank you. From who's this from? Beck and Call? Well, that don't tell me what the name is. Okay. Here we go. It's all nice and clean. So this is the part that's going to stick out. This will be the front of your motor. That's where your timing chain will hook to. This will be your back. So, hopefully this stuff's all good. I like to get generous with it. Just put it all over it. It's always makes me nervous putting a cam in. You got to be careful. You don't want to mess her up. And my hands are all greasy. Put a little in the cam. Just a little bit of lube down in the cam bearings. Alright guys, here we go. I'm going to take my hand. That's why I don't like putting the crank in. That way I can kind of help that dude in there. Just try not to hit anything. Then I'll switch over to the other side, stick my finger in the little hole. Come on guys, quit getting sick-minded on me. She's just going in nice and smooth. Just take your time. We're not in a hurry. Okay. Put that up out of the way. And we'll switch hands. Or switch to the other side there. Come on, baby. Okay. It's in there, but it will slide forward because the cherry, or the sitting on the cherry picker, not cherry picker, engine's standing on a little incline, so that cam will slide out if you bump it. So I'm gonna go grab that little cam stopper thingamajigger. Alright, so you can see our cam's right here. This is the seal we're going to change. I'll have to go order it, but you put this on, that'll keep the cam from falling out. We're just going to screw this in. This way we can keep continuing putting the motor together. I think next we'll go ahead and get the crank put in. The crank, I took some emery cloth and just kind of knocked off some of the oil residue that was on it. I did not machine it, nothing. This whole block really needs to be machined, but this is a budget build, so we're just honing it and putting her together, putting some new seals and rings on it. Budget build. Got this crap, fuzzy crap all over it because I'm using this for my cover and I didn't realize all that stuff was coming off of it. So I need to, when I put that on, I need to put this end over the motor. What size is that, 10? Guys, I'm asking you. There we go. So now that cam is not falling out. So we are safe to move it around. I'm just snugging it down. Like I said, that's all has to come back off. So let me go find the rod bearings. Why do I say rod bearings, not rod bearings? Let me get the main bearings, and let's start getting these main bearings put in. We got to get brake clean this off because you don't want any residue, oil residue, where you're going to put your main bearings, because you want this nice and dry, because if you get that slipping, you can spin a bearing. You don't want to do that. That won't be no good. That no gooder. Alright, so now we're going to get some brake clean. I like to keep my old t-shirts. I cut them all up, turn them into rags. This looks dirty, but it's not. That's just from me using it to clean my hands. As long as it's not saturated with a bunch of oil and crap, I wash these. This is washed, clean, ready to be used. But this won't leave any residue when we wipe this down. So we don't want no residue. So we're going to spray a little brake clean on our rag. Clean our surface. We don't want no dirt. And we don't want no oil. Nice clean surface. That ought to break clean. Well, I said I wouldn't leave any fuzz, but I got a little bit of fuzz coming off of here. Oh, we'll give it a good blow job here in a minute. No, we can't because we got the cam in there. You get a different rag. This has got some kind of fuzzy on it. Okay. Which honestly, I don't think fuzz will end up doing anything to your motor. It'll end up just getting sucked into the oil filter or burn off. When you get a new motor anyway, you want to kind of run it for a little bit and change the oil. Get that break-in oil out of here. Where is our cam bearing? Main bearings, is this it? Well, I think that's our head bolts. Oh, guess we got two head bolts. Alright, so the head bolts I'll throw over here. You know, and I think I bought a degree wheel or degree thing to do this motor, but I don't know what I did with it. Because these are torque to yield bolts, and we may have to go get one. Oh crap. Forgot I was going to use that for my cam bearings. Or for my cam. This is a new lube because that lube was old. But it'll still do its purpose. We can use this for the lifters. It's amazing when you start moving stuff around on your workbench, you find stuff. There we go. There's the rod bearings and then our main bearings. Rod and main, rod and main. Here we go, here we go. The main bearings are all the same, except for your, which one is it, the third one? Your third one, your one in the middle, it's got these side bearings to keep your crank from rocking back and forth. Kind of keeps her centered. Alright, let me go get some gloves back on. Like a surgeon. I'm thinking, got Weird Al stuck in my mind or my head. He sings the Madonna song, Like a Virgin. But like a surgeon. Ow! Cutting for the very first time. I need a new blade. So, you gotta be very careful cutting in this open. You do not want to screw up your bearings. So I'm just going to try to get part of it started and rip it open. I'll clean the spot over here on this table. Alright, so here's our main bearings. See, some of them have holes cut in them, and the other side doesn't. That's going to be your top, and this is going to be your bottom. That's for your oiling system. And they'll be like this. See how there's notches? Should be the opposite way. So you got a notch there, and it should be the other way. Guess we can start with this one. So see, there's a notch right here. Make sure there's nothing on there. Okay. Give me a little rag. Alright, just snap it in. I say, you don't want any oil on here, no oil on this. Push her on in. That easy. Your holes are lined up. Just make sure that they have holes. I've seen people not pay attention and put the top one right in there, and they wonder why they got oil issues. Just take your time. I like to start it in there like that and then just push her down. And then you can see I'm pushing on this side, and I'm making it where they're even. Should be even with the top of the shoulder here. It should not stick up. If it's sticking up, you got something wrong. There's something wrong. Should not stick up at all. A little bit of fuzz. Just trying to get the fuzz off of there. Okay. Going in nice. Going in nice. Alright. Alright, now this is going to be our big one. It's the only one that's different. These are a little harder to push in, I believe. Oh yeah, she's a little harder to push in. Can't quite push it with my finger. Push a little on each side, see if that helps. There we go. Well, yeah, she's a tight one. Okay. Now we're gonna put some lube on here. Let me go grab. Oh, I'm gonna get that good lube. Just a second. We're gonna put just a little bit of lube on there. Try not to get it above this. We need to keep all this still clean. Okay. I'll show you what I'm saying. Just don't go all the way up to the top. I'm just going to go ahead and put it on all of it and then smear it in with my finger. Yeah, I should have put this on the cam. It's a little stickier. But that'd be alright. Be alright. Okay, now I'll show you what I'm talking about. Just take your finger. Go up to the top, about a quarter inch from the top. Quarter inch from the top. Call it good. Go to the next one. Because you don't want any of this lube getting underneath your bearing. And then I'm going to put some lube on the side. Put a little extra on the middle one. I'm just rubbing it on the side here. You don't have to use your middle finger if you don't want. I just thought it'd be funny. You know, 10,000 comedians unemployed and I'm trying to be funny. Not cool. Not cool. Now we are ready to drop our crank in. So let me go dig the crank out and we'll set that in. Now when we put the crank in, we set it down in there. We got to be super careful not to hit anything. Be super careful. All right? Be careful. We got to put that in. And I know you're going to want to rotate it. Do not rotate it because then your assembly lube's going to get up all over the place. We need to set it down. And then we're going to put our main caps on. And then tighten it all up. Once we get it all tight and taut, we can spin it around all we want. All right? So do not spin it. I'll see you in a minute. Hey, whoa, that rhymes. Okay, so off camera, I took the air gun blew out all the hose on the crank, and then took brake clean and cleaned all the surfaces so we don't got no oil on it. So I'm going to bring the crank in and let's see if we can get her laid down in here. Yeah, she's heavy. She's all there in the bag of chips. Alright. I can do this. She's heavy. Why is she not going down all the way? Uh-oh, what's it hitting? Is it hitting something? Okay. I think it's because your main bearing here, it's pushing on this side, so it's trying to center it up. Now she fell in. So don't turn it. I know I want to sit there and crank it. Don't turn it. Let's get our main caps on. Let me, off camera, I'm going to clean the main caps. I haven't done nothing to them. You see, they're still got the old bearings on. I'm going to knock the bearings off and then just take some brake clean. Whoa, take some brake clean, clean it. So I'm going to do this off camera and I'll see you in a bit when I get these all cleaned up. Alright, took a little wire brush and I scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed and got these all cleaned up. Got our main bearings all on there. We're ready to put a little bit of lube. We'll do the same thing here. We'll stop at about a 1/4 inch from the top. Same thing over here. Just put a little lube right in the middle, basically. These are going to be a little trickier to get on, so I located my rubber mallet because we'll probably end up having to tap these on very gently. And let's just get to it. Okay, we're going to start with number 1 bearing. Get my assembly lube. I'm going to put a little bit right on there like so. Well, that's some stringy stuff. Oh, it's about right there to right there. Good enough. I got these labeled. It's number 1. And then your ears are going to be facing towards the back of the motor. Okay. My little rubber mallet. Lining up. Alright. There's 1. Number 2. I'll grab these bolts and throw them in real quick. I'm not tightening them yet. I can see if they get started. Yeah, they started. This is one reason why these LSs are so strong. Because you got 4 bolts here, and then you have 2 on the side. So, damn near, it's really hard to destroy these motors. Especially if you're just keeping it pretty much stock like I am. The only thing I'm doing different is it's got a little bit of a cam. Oh, you can see the ear there? I'm putting the ear the opposite of this one. So we got the ear on this side. I'm putting the ear over on the opposite side. Drop that down in there. Try to keep it going in there evenly. Okay, number 2 in. Oh yeah, we're rocking and rolling now. Three is going to be a little trickier to get in. It's going to be a little tighter. We ain't scared, right? Remember to put a little bit on your back side here. A little looby-dooby on the side of your bearings. Okay. Same thing, the ears are facing this way, so that's towards the back of the motor. Plus, I also stamped on this side of the motor too. You can kind of hear a different sound you're hitting. It sounds pretty solid. Do me a solid and put these bolts in. Why, certainly. And there's our 4th one. So we got 1, 2, 3, and here's number 4. It's going to be a little trickier to get with the hammer. So to go on each side here. Okay. We're still not rotating this until we get it tightened down to torque. All right. Last one. Okay, now these ears are going to go the opposite because obviously they can't be facing out. Okay. All right, I'm going to go locate the rest of the stuff for this LS, and I'm going to go ahead and cover it. Ruby's got a basketball game in about 2 hours, so I'm probably going to go ahead and wrap it up today and go get ready. See you in a bit. Peace out. Yep.